Judge Vanderbeek Court is now in session. Judge, this is the Ocean case.
Thank you. You all may be seated. Okay. Is it Miss or Mrs. Ocean?
Miss.
Miss Ocean, you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
I need more money each month to pay for, his activities and food and clothing, his expenses as he's getting older.
Whose activities?
Kevin's, our son.
Kevin? Okay, how old is Kevin?
He's 14.
14, okay. And you need more money? He's not giving you enough money?
No, he pays for tuition and healthcare, but,
Wait a minute. He pays for tuition? If I remember correctly about tuition, it's kind of expensive.
All right, buckle up, because this case is about to flip the script. M. Ocean is taking her ex back to court, demanding more financial support for their 14-year-old son. She says school tuition, medical bills, football, guitar lessons, you name it, are piling up fast. But here's the twist. The dad's already shelling out nearly $600 a month, and he claims he pays even more whenever the child stays with him. So who's really pulling the weight here? And when does a parent's wants turn into legally unreasonable demands? Stick around, because Judge Vonda B is about to drop a decision that challenges both entitlement and effort.
It's cheap. So how much is he paying in tuition?
$395 a month.
$395 a month. And you say he pays what else?
For healthcare.
Healthcare? How much is healthcare?
It's $185 a month.
$185 plus $395. Okay, is there anything else you want me to know? What type of activities?
Well, he's joined the football team,
Okay.
and then he plays guitar.
Guitar. Okay, and has he enrolled in those activities yet, or?
Yes.
Okay, and you're paying for those?
Yes.
And you want him to pay for it?
At least help, yes.
Okay, so there is anything else you want to tell me before I move to him?
No.
All right, sir?
Yes.
You pay $395 in tuition.
That's correct.
And is it $185 in health insurance? Because what I see $85 in health insurance.
It's $185.
It's $185, okay. And then what else?
There's guitar lessons, clothes. Whenever he stays with me, I pay for, all his activities and everything else too. So it starts to add up.
Okay.
As you can imagine.
And she wants you to...
Ocean lays out a list of new expenses, sports, music lessons, you name it, and she expects the father to cover it all. But here's the legal reality. In Texas, extracurriculars aren't mandatory unless both parents agree or the court orders it. Judge Vonda B isn't buying the idea that one parent should foot the whole bill just because the child's lifestyle is getting more expensive. And when the mother admits she also has a job, that's when the gavel comes down, hard. Both parents must contribute. It's not just about what you want, it's about what's fair. So what do you think? Is she asking for support or trying to dodge responsibility?
That's correct.
I'm not understanding this, ma'am. The way that child support works is supposed to pay a certain percentage for the child, not for you to just get all scot-free and have him paying for everything. That's not how this works.
I understand, but as he's getting older, his expenses are getting more.
And I understand that. And what do you do for a living?
I'm an administrative assistant.
So you make money too, right?
Yes.
So it naturally follows that you should be covering some of these expenses as well, correct?
Yes.
All right, so I'm not going to have him be responsible for each one of those things individually because he's doing a lot already. And sir, where do you work?
I'm a pool cleaner.
Pool clean. How much do you make a year doing that?
About $45,000.
All right, yeah, that's not how this works. I mean, did a friend of yours tell you that you can come in here and get him to, run him through the slammer and have him pay everything? Did somebody tell you that?
No, ma'am.
Okay, well, were you thinking that on your own?
I just wanted more help paying for this.
All right, so I'm gonna need you to go ahead and pay for some of this on your own because I'm not going to make him responsible for everything. What I have here, sir, I'm not sure if your employer made a mistake on your documentation, but what you provided to the court for medical insurance, I have $85, not $185. So I only can give you credit for what's in front of me. If that's an error, you can come back at any time and, get.
In this clip, a crucial moment unfolds. The father isn't shirking his duties. He's a hard-working pool cleaner earning $45,000 a year, and he already handles tuition and health insurance. Recognizing his efforts, the judge quickly dismisses claims that he's somehow skating by. Instead, she turns her attention to the mother's reasoning. Was she really expecting child support to cover every single expense in court? That's simply not how it works. Legal support is all about shared responsibility, not a wish list of demands. So here's the real question. Should courts require parents to be more accountable or push them to be more generous? You decide.
What's in front of me. So based on $45,000 a year, I have your gross at $3,600. I have your net at $2,948.13, which would bring your child support amount to $589.63. However, considering that you do pay a lot for this child already, the Texas Family Code allows me to consider factors to deviate from what your child support amount should be. One of those factors being child care expenses. So what I'm going to do, instead of making you pay that $589.63, I'm going to make your child support $395 just to ensure that the child's tuition is covered every month. So that's your education. Your child's education is very important. So your child support is going to be based on that. So $395 a month.
So you're raising my child support?
No, your child support is going down. So it
Oh, okay. I'm not good at math.
Now we've reached the decision zone. With a $45,000 income, Dad's child support should come out to about $589 a month. But watch Judge Vonda work. She spots a discrepancy in the health insurance documents and gives Dad a heads up. No proof, no credit. Still, she exercises judicial discretion. Because he's already paying for tuition, she lowers his support to just $395 a month. That's right. Texas law allows judges to go below the guideline amount when a parent is already handling major expenses. In this case, legal fairness meets real-world parenting, and it's rare to see both honored so clearly.
I was told there would be no math during this session. So.
And that's one, I thought that it would be the same thing when I went to law school. Somebody lied to me. I still have to do math. So instead of $589.63, your child support is going to be the $395 a month for the tuition that you would pay. And
here comes the twist. Dad braces himself, thinking his payment is about to go up, only to find out it's actually going down. Judge Vonda delivers the news with a touch of humor, but keeps it crystal clear. His new $395 payment will officially cover tuition, while healthcare remains his separate responsibility. For the mother, this is a reality check. She's now expected to shoulder her share of the financial load. This wasn't a courtroom takedown, it was a reset on what fair really looks like. So now it's your turn. Did Judge Vonda get it right? Or should the father have been ordered to pay more for the extras?
the health insurance, and if you choose to pay for football and guitar, that's up to you. But ma'am, you need to be responsible for something. So, does anybody have any questions?
No, ma'am.
Any questions?
No, I appreciate it though.
No problem. Well, you don't even have to thank me. You can thank the legislator because they give us the option to do this for people. It's just the right thing to do. If there's nothing further, you all are dismissed.
In the end, Judge Vonda struck the perfect balance: empathy with accountability. She acknowledged the father's steady financial support and refused to bury him under extra, unnecessary demands. Instead, she locked in tuition as part of his official child support and gave the mother a firm reminder: shared parenting means shared costs. This case is a clear message. Courtrooms don't run on emotion. They run on fairness and facts. If this opened your eyes to how child support really works, drop a like, share your take in the comments, and subscribe for more no-nonsense drama from Truth Court.
Hi guys, we've reached the educational portion of our show. I just wanted to go over what you all watched in the case of the ocean. So in this particular case, mom was seeking for dad to not only pay child support, but she also wanted him to continue paying the expenses for the child, as well as paying the child's tuition. Would he be court ordered to do that? Absolutely not. Under Texas law, the court takes the obligor's net resources. And that amount is, it's a reasonable amount. It's based on what they actually make each month. Well, a court can also do what's called a deviation from the standard child support amount. The court can consider additional factors in deviating from this amount. In this particular case, you saw the court use child care expenses as a reason to deviate. So instead of setting his child support at that monthly obligation based on his net resources, the court deviated from that and made him responsible for the child's tuition every day, which protects the child's education. So that was the reason why in that particular segment, you saw that there was a deviation from what he should have been paying in child support to covering the child's education.
Do you know of anyone who's experienced a similar situation? Be sure to subscribe to our channel and make sure you comment below. You never know, their story may end up as a scenario on our show. After all, these kids aren't raised on air alone. Support Court with Judge Vonda B.